Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we are doing a speed build in Del Sol Valley using the brand new Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack. So let's jump in. Today we are building in downtown Del Sol Valley and we are building a record studio. Oh my god, I am so excited for this build. I can't wait to play in it. It is everything I've ever wanted. So in the new expansion pack, Businesses and Hobbies, you can actually have like one of the activities to use the recording studio set from Get Famous. Once I saw that, this idea went like fireworks off in my head because my Sims, I want nothing more than a band pack. I want a band pack. I want my Sims to be able to go on tour. I also want solo artists in there as well. Like I don't just want to only be able to be in bands that like can create music and albums and stuff like that. My wish list for that pack is so extensive and long. I don't think any of it will ever come true because I just like, I love music. I love the music industry. I work in social media in the music industry. It's my everything, okay? It's what I live for. It's what I breathe. So to finally be able to build something like this that is functional in the game is everything to me. I am so beyond excited. So you'll see here, I kind of have a little bit of the shell. A lot of my builds recently have been like pure concrete everywhere. It just so happens like that's what the surrounding spots look like. That's not my fault. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. So you'll see now, I kind of went with like a red and black color scheme for some reason. I think I was thinking of Rock and Roller Coaster from Hollywood Studios and Disney World when I was building this. I don't know. So I'm building Del Sol Valley Records and it's just like a little recording studio. There are 3 different recording booths in this build and each of them are for like a different genre. Let's say one is a little bit Brat inspired, one is a little bit more rock, and then there is a DJ recording studio where DJs can go and record their sets or record new dance music. Dance music is one of my all-time favorite genres. I love club music. I love dance. I love house. I love techno, dubstep, like you name it. I love all the subgenres. I'm actually going to Ultra in Miami at the end of this month. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. It's like a 3-day music festival full of all of my favorite DJs. I cannot wait. So this build is kind of a culmination of all of these things that I love. And yeah, so I kind of wanted it to just feel very like grungy, a little dark, and just raw, right? Like I wanted it to feel like your Sims come here and they're just the coolest fucking Sims you've ever seen in your life. They're coming here, they're recording their debut album, they're recording their second album, whatever it may be. Which, speaking of that, like in the foreseeable future, we know we're getting a music pack. It's happening. They've hinted at it so much, and especially in Businesses and Hobbies with the whole jazz set furniture and framed saxophone. Like it's happening. Okay, we know it. It's there. The hints are hinting, and I think it's going to happen this year. Like I think that is going to be the next expansion pack, probably in like the fall time. So I wanted to get ready, and I'm ready. Okay, my Sims are ready to go. And I just want to be able to like create an album with my Sims and take them on tour and go tour around and build arenas and venues. I want it to be like Showtime where they have to work up from like the smaller venues, like a coffee shop or, you know, busking on the street, selling their albums on the street up until they can like then register their albums on Simify, and they're making so much money from this, which like artists don't make a lot of money from Spotify. I'm not going to get into that because it's fucked up. But in the game, I want them to make a lot of money from Simify, right? So there's that. And then I want to like be able to actually use this recording studio and they can go in there, make their music and then dip and go sell it and then go on tour and do all these amazing things. So this is just me being extremely, you know, ambitious and excited, but I love it. I can't wait to bring my Sims here and use this build. I tried to match it a little bit with like the surrounding world. So it's a little industrial vibes, but also like the surrounding area kind of just feels like a Del Sol Valley build, even though a lot of them are kind of ugly. I won't lie. I'm definitely going to work on a save file now that I'm building all of these random community lots and small businesses and really just like take it up a level. Okay. I want my next legacy, my next save file, whatever it may be, to be the greatest thing I've ever built in my entire life. Another thing, I've been using this flooring a lot. I've used it in I think every build I've built so far. Even in my Let's Play, I've used it. I just love it. It's a concrete that has like a little stencil in it, and I think it's just so gorgeous and pretty. I am gonna use it forever and ever. So the build itself is pretty small, but it's mighty, okay? It packs a punch. There's a little stage area that I'm building right now where your Sims can kind of come do like a showcase, right? So there's a new artist that they want to sign, and they come here, they do a showcase for all of the executives, and this is where Sims get their big break. So they come here, they perform, they then get a record deal, then they can come and use the recording studio. And there's also upstairs going to be like a little section with like a long table where your Sims can host like meetings. There's the class board, and you can teach, you know, singing, you can teach songwriting, which like technically you can't, but I was thinking like writing. So there's so many different things that you can do here, and I'm just so excited to play with this. I'm definitely going to have a Sim own a recording studio at some point, or even just come use it, you know, use it as a small business. That was kind of more the thought process of what I was thinking here, was like I was just gonna have my Sims come use it. But now I'm doing kind of like a cool like accolade wall. So this is where all of their recording artists, this is all of their awards, say they're like their Starlight accolades, all of their things that they've won for all of their music is on this wall, and it's mighty. Okay, there are a lot of awards here. I really wanted it to feel like a true recording studio, and I definitely feel like I achieved that with like all the cool posters outside. I was thinking they're like tour posters or album posters that they're promoting for their artists, and then the billboards up top. It's my favorite build I think I've ever done. When I finished this, I literally was just like so overcome with joy. I was like, wow, I did that. I'm so happy. I finally can build a recording studio. But yeah, speaking of my love of music, I need to talk a little bit about a certain album that came out this week. Mayhem by Lady Gaga has altered my brain chemistry. I genuinely cannot listen to anything else. When I tell you it has been on repeat since Friday, I am sick over it. It is literally all I live and breathe. My mom knows all the songs now. She was like, I've heard this album probably 12 times in the last 3 days. And I was like, yeah, and you're going to hear it some more. This album is everything I've been wanting from Gaga. Like, it feels so quintessentially her and so fresh, but mixing so many different sounds. Like, you have songs like Perfect Celebrity, Abracadabra, fucking Vanish Into You, Blade of Grass, and Zombie Boy. Like, you have all of the How Bad Do You Want Me? Like, all of these different sounds, but they all fit, they all blend, and they all fit within this realm of Mayhem. Oh my god, it is so insane. And I just know when she announces a tour, I'm done. I'm done for. Because I'm going to drop everything I have, okay? I'm draining my savings account. I don't give a fuck. I will be in that pit. That is where I'm going to be. I was in the pit for Chromatica. It was absolutely everything. Her locking eyes with me during Love Game. Oh, bitch. It was over for me. I almost fell to the floor. This album, I love all Gaga albums. I think they're all amazing. But something about Mayhem just gives me that like sense of like nostalgia, but also like, I don't know, like just a mature version of like what I was listening to from her as a kid. And it fits, I feel like it blends so well with like Born This Way vibes, like a lot of that like electro grunge sort of aesthetic. Oh my god, it is so good. It's so good. It's everything. It's everything to me. And another thing, I, right before this, was nonstop listening to Tate. I could not get enough of that album. I still can't. It's just like right now I'm in my mayhem era, okay? We're living in that for a sec. But once that's over, like once like the initial has died down, I'm going back and forth between these albums nonstop. And then next week, we have a new Selena Gomez album, which I love Selena. Selena is one of my all-time favorite artists. I've loved her since her Disney days. Like, she is truly one of my favorite artists around. I just like, you have songs like A Year Without Rain, you have songs like Revival, like there are so many different sounds that this woman has done. I'm so excited for this album. I cannot wait. And then the week after that, guys, it's like overload. My brain can't process what's happening. The week after that, March 28th, we literally have an Ariana Grande deluxe album coming. We have 6 new tracks. The album cover might actually be my favorite album cover I've ever seen, and definitely her best album cover she's ever done. It is so perfect. I'm just like, the music, I really thought after last year, 2024 was a huge year of music. There was so much coming out. There were so many artists that dropped. I was like, fuck, we're screwed for 2025. Like, what are we going to do? Because I thought it was going to be a drought. Like, I thought we were literally going to live in a drought of music. Bitch, was I wrong. We are getting more music than I've ever thought. I just, oh my God. And then Demi Lovato is teasing her new album. We're getting this year, okay? We're getting Rep Taylor's version. I am so convinced we're getting this and debut very, very soon. I don't know when. I don't know how. All I know is it's happening. I'm manifesting it. It's going to be a huge year of music. I think that that's perfect for The Sims to drop a bands pack. Put out a bands pack, okay? I just want to be able to create my favorite pop stars in The Sims. Like, Doja Cat just did a collaboration, and her sim is actually on the gallery. Like, I'm going to add all of my favorite pop stars in this game, okay? I'm going to have them live all over the place. Taylor's getting that penthouse apartment in San Myshuno. We're going to have Gaga living up in the Del Sol Valley Hills. I'm telling you right now, that is going to be a Let's Play for that bands pack. You can bookmark it right now. I am going to play through all of my favorite artists, and I am going to have the most fun I think I've ever had. I thought I was having fun with businesses and hobbies. Bitch, it's over once that bands pack comes. It's over, okay? So now let's get back to the build a little bit. The reason why we're here, right? Not to hear me yap about my favorite fucking pop divas. Ugh, shut up. So now I'm placing in the doors to all of the different recording studios. There's only one bathroom in here, but I felt like that was fine since it's such a small build and there's really not much going on like on the outside, but I used the soundproof walling from Get Famous, and each recording studio has its own specific lighting, its own little decor, and I just loved every detail that I placed into this. Like, oh my God, it was the most fun I think I've ever had building anything. And that's saying a lot because I build so much. I build all the time. And this was my favorite one ever so far. So now you'll see there's like a tiny little recording booth that'll have a tiny little keyboard. It'll have a guitar and a microphone in each side. So they're both replicated the same layout, but decorated differently in different colors and different color schemes. So here I placed like a little counter, and there's a little teapot. You know, artists always need tea for their voice before singing. It just like warms up the vocals, soothes the vocals, like it's what's necessary, right? So I placed that in there, and now you'll see here is kind of like a little writing section. So this is where your Sims can actually write songs and sit down, and you have the little producing section right there. There's some amps. So this room is kind of like red color theme. I wanted to kind of continue that color theme from the rest of the build in here. The most fun I had was putting up the wall decals and all of the spray paint and the posters. I spent way too much time doing it. Way too much time. I literally had plans this night that I was building this, and I almost forgot. I was like, fuck. I was like, I need to stop locking in so hard and get going. I needed to shower, get ready, and I never wanted it to end. You'll see here now, like, all the decor and everything, all the furniture is really taking shape, but I thought this kind of looked like a guitar pick, this rug that I put in there, so I definitely had to use that, obviously. So that red room is kind of like the rock room. That's like where, you know, your Sims will make some rock music and really just like jam out, you know? Now this room is sort of like the brat aesthetic. So this is more like pop diva central, right? This is where your pop girlies are going. This is where they're writing their little pop diva songs, and I love it. I love it so much. I used the new couches that we got from the Blast from the Past event. I felt like it kind of fit that aesthetic. And it's the same layout, just like different furniture, different colors, and everything like that. But I wanted to kind of like recreate like a real recording studio where like your Sims will sit down, they can write their music and, you know, talk with their producers, get the emotions out, you know, the emotions that they need for their songs. So this room, I placed another one of those little teapots, and I used this funky rug. I am so mad I didn't use this in my brat penthouse that I built because it fits so perfectly. I was like, what the hell? Why did I not do this? Also, this broken rug from City Living, love her. I forgot about her, honestly. I used to use it in every build I ever did back when it first came out. Stopped using it for at least a decade at this point, and now I'm back. Okay, she's back. Why did I not use that in the brat penthouse? I'm so dumb. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb idiot. I'm a fool. But I used it now, so it's okay. Okay, I redeemed myself. Now I'm building the bathroom. I put one of those like curtains with like the sequins in the curtain. Loved it. And I put like a graffiti wall across from it. I thought that was a really cool touch because I wanted the bathroom to feel cool. Like I didn't want this place to feel like it was like, meh. Like this place is cool. So now we are working on sort of like the meeting space. So this is now where your Sims can take classes for music, but also in my head, this was where you would work on like the marketing plans for your albums. That's something I want in The Sims. I want you to be able to like market your album, and the way you market it will then in turn change how much simoleons you make from this product. Don't think we're gonna get that. This is like wishful thinking. But marketing is a huge part of music. I think this is me because I live and breathe music marketing. It's what I work. It's what I do. But I think that would be such a cool feature for the pack, and like you being able to like sit down and market your album and figure out like there can be like a selection choices, and like you can like pick different selections and stuff like that, and different color schemes for your album. There's so many things. There's so many things I want. I hope it's really cool. I'd be really sad if it's not, but this is sort of like, yeah, like the meeting space. You can take classes up here. So I added in some of like the guitars and the microphone because you'll need that if you do classes up here. And then obviously some laptops and stuff like that for the writing classes. And now we are working on the final recording booth in this build, and it is the DJ recording studio. So this is where your Sims can go and they can DJ and do some really cool DJ mixes. I want them to like amplify it in the band's pack. Like I want an extra feature added to the DJ system. I don't think we're gonna get that, but wishful thinking, right? Okay, we keep wishful thinking. And so up here, I made it super bright and colorful. I added in really fun lights. And instead of adding a teapot up here, since you're a DJ, I put the little toasting bottles up here. So this build is lined with some alcohol, okay? We are drinking, well, not alcohol because it's not in The Sims. It's juice. Sorry. Our Sims are getting juiced. Living their best lives, okay? They are seeing their favorite DJ mix a new set right in front of them. They're so excited. And then of course I added in some real instruments so that way, you know, if your Sim is like creating a new dance song, there's a lot of piano and dance music. There's a lot of guitar. So I added that. Out front, I also added in a little busking station. So like your Sims can go and perform for tips out front. That was something that I wanted to add too, only because like, this is where Sims come to get their start, right? This is where they come to make it in Del Sol Valley. This is where they come to become that proper celebrity. But I love like the front desk sort of situation. I just like imagine like a little music intern working up there and they're like, hello, what do you want? Why are you here? And this is where they come and they collect the demos for the music executives upstairs. But yeah, now we're just doing some final touches on the inside, and then I move outside and I do a lot of just like light landscaping. There's going to be some tables and chairs out there for Sims to kind of just like sit around and hang out. This This DJ booth, I love it. I love it so much. I want it in real life. I want to go there. I want to go to there. And yeah, now I'm just adding in some extra lighting. This is where the lighting got crazy. Guys, I went insane. I was like, fuck, I need this to look really cool. And that's exactly what I did. I went so hard with the lighting in this build. So when you download it, each room is like the colors like specific to that color scheme. And that was just so fun to do. I love these lights from high school years. I think they're so sick, and it really just like elevates that build and brings it up a notch. So I'm doing some outdoor lighting now, adding in some neon signs into the window. I wanted the windows to look cool. I don't know why. I just thought it was a cool touch. Another thing, this build uses, I think, every fucking pack. Every pack that has ever been released. Sorry, it's what I did. I know, it's annoying, but I'm actually not sorry about it because I think it turned out so cool. So I also love this little walkway up at the front with like all of the different like celebrity tiles. I don't know. I just thought it was a really cool feature, and I like that it was all mismatched. Like I really wanted this place to feel like it's been here for decades. This is where Judith Ward came to release her debut album. Okay. This was her debut album. Her recording studio is that red room right across the hall. And it went triple platinum in these Sims ears. Okay. Those little Sims earbuds, they still are listening to it to this day. I just like firmly believe that woman has released an album. I don't know why. That's just like my fantasy. That's where I'm living. That's what's happening up here. But you'll see now, this is where like all the tables on the outside start to come. I added another like makeshift DJ section. So this is where like an aspiring DJ will come and they'll perform for the people outside. This is kind of like where the recording studio will like, they'll send the fresher artists out there to like put out feelers, you know, see if people are vibing with the music. I also added in a gourmet food stall. I've been adding these to a lot of the builds that I've been doing with businesses and hobbies. I don't know, I felt like it was just like a cool addition to like add something else to the game. Like there's nowhere for your Sims to eat here, but like if they want to go pick up a snack, they can. Now we're just doing a bunch of final touches around the place. I'm going through literally every fucking item in this game, trying to make sure I have every music item that has ever been added, right? I'm doing it. I'm going through debug, and I ended up adding in this light so that way it turns red when the Sims are in there recording, so you know not to walk in, because that is a big no-no. If someone is recording vocal stems, you need to make sure you're out of that bitch. Do not walk in there, okay? They are in the zone. But yeah, so these final touches, and yeah, so now I think it's time to take you on a little tour of the build. All right, so this is the build. When you first come up, you have the ticket kiosk outside and the little entryway. This fucking window set is so cool looking to me. So you first come in, over here is like all of the records and all of the CDs for, you know, the front desk person to collect all of the demos and everything like that. And then over here is their little accolade wall. Then you have like a little like seating area to like wait or whatever if you're like looking for a meeting. Over here is the performance stage. So this is like the stage showcase where your Sims can perform for the executives. And then over here is kind of like a display wall. Oh my God, guys, it's everything. And then over here is the first recording studio. So this is sort of like the rock station. And in here we have our little recording booth. And over here is the bathroom with some really cool graffiti, the star mirror. And then in this room is the Pop Diva recording studio, obviously, for obvious reasons. And the lighting was so fun to do. I loved it so much. Up here, we have our meeting space / class area. So your Sims can take classes for music up here and really just like hone in on the marketing of their album. And then here is the DJ room and all the cool lighting and every possible music item you would need in order to work on that album. So then outside, when you come around here, you have a little busking station for the aspiring pop artists to perform. And then when you come around back, I added in a little mural section so that way your Sims can paint some murals out here. I think it would look really cool to graffiti the floors. And we have the little DJ booth, some more tables, and a little gourmet food stall. And then around this corner, we have another little mural that you can paint. And that is the entire build. You guys can download this build now using my EA ID, Robbie Plays Sims. And I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. And I will see you all next time.